Oh, shit. Here we go again.
And I promise you this, above all else, I'm going to be more obnoxious, more overbearing, and I'm going to make you all learn to love it because you'll have no choice.
It's time! Welcome to the Probably Wrong Podcast. Tony, Mike, Dave. We are caffeinated and aggravated, and we're about to take it out on you. Woo!
Good work, David. Mike would throw one in
now
there.
that he does it regularly, I don't like it anymore.
Yeah. We'll get a fill-in for him.
We can stop. I'm perfectly
He's not
fine
happy
with that, too. You know? I got so much going on here trying to, click on people's names.
Yeah, I forgot to grab myself a drink tonight, all disheveled.
Yeah, I didn't get one either.
I got mine prepared with the MK10 Alert. Grape.
He didn't go with the Blue Raz.
The Blue Raz for about 4 months, and I'm like, let me switch it back to the grape. I like the Blue Raz.
I just can't switch it. I still drink it all the time.
Oh, it's a great taste.
Constant.
It's a nice, like, sour little pop.
I feel like I need to get some more of that stuff. I did like that very much.
Hey, use my coupon.
Yeah,
use my code.
Yeah. Hey, did it go through?
Oh, I didn't even look.
Okay.
I got to look. I didn't get a text saying that my money didn't come in, so I figured it was there.
All right, perfect. But let us know.
Okay, I'll do my best to remember that.
So, are we going to start off with...
There's a lot. This is a good time of year.
We got the NBA and NHL playoffs.
The biggest news. The biggest news that we talked about it this morning.
I don't remember.
Tony watched hockey.
I did. I watched a piece of the third quarter, waiting for the Swayman meltdown. Almost got it. I got 2 goals in a few minutes.
That text thread would have opened right up if that melted. One more goal.
Yeah, I was getting nervous, and I'm like, I don't know how these guys I'm getting nervous. My anxiety's through the roof. I'm not even a fan. I'm not I want the Bruins to win. I'm not a hockey fan. I'm not really a Bruins fan. I can't even imagine watching that as a real fan. Your blood pressure must be 200 over 150.
Especially after the meltdown the other night where Swayman cost his team the game.
Yeah, and then he gets all defensive. So,
very angry. Like I insulted his friend. He didn't just witness Swayman give up 3 goals in the third period to blow the game.
Yeah.
No, and like I said
blamed everybody else.
Like I said
blamed
before,
the rink, blamed the ice, blamed the puck, blamed everything in the world, but can't look at the goalie.
I will tell you he sucks.
Hey.
And he has given up 5 goals in this series, and not one of them has been his fault.
So, now that you watched, right? And I mean, obviously, we know your passion is baseball, but between the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs, I love them both. But what do you think has it?
You'd have to, if you're a hockey fan, I can imagine how intense that is for a hockey fan. The NBA playoffs for me isn't as intense.
No, I think no matter playoff sports, NHL to me has it over the NBA. Because anybody can win.
Yeah,
I think overall, I know we saw a few upsets in the NBA in individual games, but you pretty much know up until you get to the conference finals. The NHL playoffs, it's nonstop action. You never know.
And one mistake can cost you the game. In the NBA, you have a turnover. Whatever. It's a turnover. They score 2. You're going to score 110 points anyways.
Teams can go on a 20-0
right. But
at any minute,
you can tell one bad play, and it's like, ooh. And then once momentum shifts, I've watched a few hockey games in my life, not a ton, but I've watched a little bit of the playoffs.
You tuned in the other night when Swayman was blowing it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, because I saw the chat thread. I'm like, let me check this out. And,
the thing is, when you're watching a playoff series, if these two teams have any type of history from a past season or during the season, the regular season, you see each other every other night until someone wins.
The bad blood, right? Yeah.
I mean,
Gets
Montreal, Tampa Bay is another series that may not be too intriguing for people, but you flip that on, and right now they are.
Oh, yeah, it's great hockey.
It's great hockey.
Yeah.
And then the Bruins and Sabers the other night, it started to get out of control. And the Sabres have a couple of guys that like to push the envelope near the goalie.
Yeah.
Benson likes to, almost like Sam Bennett, fall.
He doesn't know who Sam Bennett is.
I remember him saying that name. Probably from the show.
You gotta dumb it way down.
But he knows how to fall into the goalie to make
a
it
little
look
passive-aggressive behavior.
accidental.
Yeah.
Benson's doing that. And last night, he gave Swayman a little bit of a whack with his stick. It was nothing. And Zadorov just came over and just pummeled him.
Yeah, you're going to protect the goalie, right?
And then a melee ensued. All 5 guys are going at it.
I completely forgot we were a live show. I'm like, what is all these chimes going off? I'm like, we got
People watching.
We got people watching.
What are we doing here?
Your boy Tony Martin, Swayman sucks. There you go, Dave.
Yep, of course. And Jake finally, comes out of nowhere and, can't blame it on Swayman. Even though he's the guy who let the goals go by in the third period. You can't have 2 great periods and then all of a sudden
look
shit
at the
the bed.
difference between the 2 teams. Buffalo has the much better roster. Their goalie he's in his own head at this point. You see the goal. I don't know if you saw the replay of that.
When I saw it, they're already up 4-0.
It was flipped up from center ice, just dumping it in backhand, and it bounced into the net. And when you give up a goal like that, it just destroys you.
I want to get back to this because Jake chimes in here. The hockey clears NBA by a mile, and yes, so we have a lot of people who watch the show now that are kind of from all over. But here, we're from New England. We have the Bruins and we have the Celtics. The Celtics Monday night was it Tuesday night? Had an atrocious game, and we all shut it off. The Bruins were melting down, coughing up the lead on Sunday, and yet still tuned in. That's why, to me, NHL has it over the NBA, because your team's getting blown out. I'm switching that channel. I'm not watching. Last night, I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. But the other night, I kept watching that. As the Bruins were melting down, and Swayman kept letting all those pucks go in, I kept watching it.
Well, a few things. You kind of want that to happen so you can pick at Dave a little bit.
Yes.
So that's a fact.
It's got me glued.
Yeah. And that Celtics team, we're frustrated with them because we see them do this every once in a while. So you're like, screw them. They're not showing up tonight.
All right, we'll get into the Celtics in a minute. Let's. You watched hockey. Let's go. I still think.
Well, I watched about 7 minutes. Let's be honest. I'm not.
But you saw.
Between the two,
yeah.
You saw enough of the physical stuff.
Yeah, I've seen playoff hockey before. I don't live under a rock.
No,
I wouldn't mind it.
But then you saw what the Bruins do when they have a lead. They sit there and they watch the other team skate around them.
In the NFL when
they prevent defense.
Yeah.
It's an atrocious.
And
it's awful.
You're up 4-0 and you go into a prevent defense. Why not just
playing
keep
afraid?
playing the same
People play
way
afraid.
we're playing?
They don't want to make a mistake. So by not making a mistake, you make many mistakes.
Yeah,
it happens in the NFL all the time.
And they made so many mistakes, even when it was 1-0 and 2-0. They were making tons of mistakes. And Swayman bails them out time and time again. And then as it gets later into the
Dave
game,
gets a chubby time and time again.
No,
and then Mike's
told
crap,
you.
Swayman looks good today.
Time
and time again.
For 5 periods right now, Swayman has looked excellent. I give the guy his flowers. He looked great those first 2 before he melted down. And then Tuesday night, he looked great for 3 periods. Even though he let a couple goals by.
They had pressure on him nonstop.
It was nonstop. And like Dave said, and he really brought attention to it. I give Swayman kudos for calling the timeout.
Oh, that was huge. I don't know what Sturm's looking at when your team is getting just hammered, and they just scored their second
I'm
goal.
sitting at home. I need a timeout, so I can't even imagine the players.
But for Swayman to stand up and just start yelling and throwing his hands up, timeout.
Well, it's a rookie coach, though, right?
He is a rookie coach, but he played in the league for a long time. He should know.
Yeah.
The momentum is shifting, and
2 shows ago, looking like the coach of the year.
Well, he's done. He's got the best out of every one of these players. No, he's done.
Well, we weren't expecting them to be in the playoffs, right, this year?
No.
So he got a lot out of them.
He did. He got a lot out of every single one of those players. You're bringing in Aspero, Mike's favorite defenseman. He was their best defenseman all year. He's been their best defenseman in this series.
You get a name like Aspirate, you got to be good.
I don't even know where the guy came from. He's had such an impact.
Might be one of the places we're going to have the show in a couple
minutes. Yeah. If he's an aspirant.
Oh my God.
So
it's been exciting. The fact that they we talked about this last week. If they can win one game in Buffalo, they can take the series because they've been so good at home.
Do you think it feels? Obviously, they got the one that's huge. Do you think the Bruins players are thinking right now, we should have had two? We got this team.
We should. I mean,
They
I'm
should have
damn
had
thinking
two.
they should have had
Right,
two.
but are they confident enough to be like, hey, this is our series right now. We should have had two. Let's put the pressure on them.
That's one of the big differences between these two teams. The Sabres, they started to lose composure.
Mental midgets.
And
Kind of like what the Bruins used to do against the Panthers.
well, yeah.
They'd lose composure, and then all of a sudden, 2-3 goals go by, and
And they're finally
get under our skin.
they're playing. I don't want to say similar to the Panthers, but it's a little bit. They've got Janot and Kastelik really getting under the skin of a lot of these players on Buffalo. You had Buffalo's best player gets a 10-minute misconduct because they got under his skin, and now
10 minutes?
Yeah, you lose that
What
player.
happened? So he's So
lost
what's the
his
power
shit.
play?
It's not a power play. It's just
he can't come in for 10
he
minutes?
got a 2-minute penalty for whatever, and then a 10-minute misconduct for, he just kept doing extra.
Yeah.
He was so frustrated and so mad. Him and one of their other better players, Benson, who's the one I said likes to, fall into the goalies.
Yeah.
He got a 10-minute misconduct, and not one Bruin got a 10-minute misconduct. So they held their composure while Buffalo lost it.
Right.
And you lose two of your better players for 10 minutes. And, maybe Buffalo, if those two were on the ice for those 10 minutes, may have made a comeback.
Maybe it's a different game.
Yeah. So they're definitely mental midgets compared to the Bruins, which is unusual to say for me because we've watched the Panthers kind of get
Do that
into
to
the
us.
Bruins' head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So we get Thursday night, Sunday night, and then Tuesday. This series hopefully should be wrapped up by we get on the show next Wednesday.
Oh, that would be nice.
It's possible.
You think Bruins take 3?
Yeah.
Is it 3 at home or is it 2-1?
no, they go 2-2-1-1-1.
2-2-1-1-1.
Yeah. So it could come back for a 6th game.
You know what I like? The guys from Buffalo who chime in on our reels and DM me. You guys are just like the nicest guys.
We are?
No, like the people from Buffalo.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, they're the nicest guys?
Yeah, I'm used to when I put up reels and stuff like that. Like I'm used to there's a lot of people from Philadelphia or even Chicago, New York.
What do you expect? Yeah.
And let me tell you, some of these DMs, I delete a lot of them, and I got to start saving them to really show you guys. Like some of these guys, I'm like, ooh, you almost got me. That was real rough. These guys from Buffalo,
Yeah.
and they're trying to trash talk, and they're like, oh, that gosh darn Bruins team.
Well, they
I'm like-
haven't been
I'm
in the
like,
playoffs for
what?
14 years, right?
Yeah.
So they're not really used to this.
The biggest thing that the Buffalo Sabres fans, they're like, sweep, and now I'm like, oh, wow, that's all you want to
Okay,
say?
that's
I'm
it,
like,
yeah.
well, here, it's 1-1.
Well, that's what do they have? They have the Sabres, and obviously they have the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
But that's it, right up there.
that's
they don't
it.
have anything else.
Yeah, maybe
Niagara Falls.
minor
Niagara
league
Falls.
baseball team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
License.
I like how it's Buffalo, New York, but they play the Canadian national anthem every
Oh, yeah,
game.
because they're so close to the border.
Yeah, I love it. Because I love the Canadian national anthem, so I like hearing that every
Move to Canada,
game.
Dave.
Yeah,
He loves the national anthem. He
I
sings
just like the
it.
national anthem.
Tina will send me Snapchats of him at hockey games or sitting on his couch.
I
singing
can't help
the
it.
national
I
anthem.
can't help it.
Yeah,
it is
very
weird.
strange, yeah.
I know. I can't help it.
You know where you're not hearing the Canadian national anthem right now? In the Boston Garden with these Celtics Philly series. I told you, these 76ers.
Yeah, well, I think that was more on the Celtics.
Yeah,
I
I was
didn't
gonna
watch the
say-
whole game. I want to preface it. I had the Red Sox on for most of it.
Ugh.
But I think there are times where the Celtics just don't really show up.
Well, you got all season. Missoula had me coming around. You get game one. We're like, wow, this Celtics team, right?
Oh,
They're-
game one.
They stopped shooting
Yeah.
threes. They're taking it down low.
Yeah.
They're building it back out. I mean, by the fourth quarter, they only had 33s in game one. 30 shots.
Ball was moving like
the fourth
crazy.
quarter,
Yeah.
it fluffed up a little bit
Yeah.
with Scheimer and everything, but the ball was moving around. Everything looking good. So
Yeah.
Missoula's like, you know what, game two, guys?
Do the same
We're
thing.
going to go and do what we did against the Knicks next year.
Yeah,
and we're
yeah,
going to shoot
yeah.
53 pointers. We're not going to take it to the hole. You're just going to start chucking it up because, this is what we did all year to
You want to talk mental midgets. I think
Oh.
that's the Celtics, but I don't think it's a Missoula thing. I think our guys panic. There are oftentimes they don't show up, and then all of a sudden they're down 10 or 8, and then they revert back to bad habits.
I-
That's the thing. They start throwing up threes and they're missing, and then they get down by 8, 10, and now they're like, we have to shoot the
But we
three.
had
You
a lead.
don't.
We were up by 11 points, and we're still chucking. At one point, and this is where I knew, and I texted you guys in the group chat, and I knew because every single guy was on the 3-point line.
Just wait.
Keita did a high pick and roll and ran to the hoop as
we
Pritchard
don't want
come
that
across.
too. We don't want that
He was
too.
wide open. Every single 76er stayed on the 3-point line, and he passed it to Derek White to shoot up in almost an air ball three. As Keita's just standing down there. And then Keita doesn't even get the rebound.
Yeah.
It goes up and hits off the rim, shoots out to the three. Maxey takes it down the other end. I go, here we go.
Was the basket, yeah.
Like, what are we doing? This is not how we got
You
here
think
this
the
year.
Celtics hate Portuguese people?
Maybe.
I think that might be it. I
So-
feel it.
I watched game 1, the whole thing, and
Looked great, right?
yeah, even Keita was like taking it to the hole.
Yep.
Bob Roxford chimes in. This team has played up-tempo all season, and then Tatum slows down the tempo down. I think Tatum was not the problem last night. I think Tatum has been great at facilitating the ball. I was even like, wow, this
Tough
is
word.
refreshing. You know, yes, he still takes some step-back threes, but he's a lot of the times he's been the guy cutting, or like you see him isolate dribble, someone cuts, and he dumps it down low. Last night, it was everybody. It was all of a sudden Pritchard, Hauser, Jaylen Brown. I'm like, what are we doing? Jaylen Brown was throwing air balls up. I'm like, this is not how we got here.
This is what we used to do.
But all season long, you got to the number 2 seed with Tatum out by playing down low.
Playing basketball,
Yeah.
not just heaving
And then,
up
oh
threes.
my goodness, yeah, Bob, isolation half-court ball. It was awful last night.
Glad I watched the Sox.
3-pointers is not basketball. Anyone,
it is.
anyone can run down and just chuck a ball up. Any team can just go down and chuck the ball up. You want to play basketball, you take it to the hole and you make guys foul you, and I don't know, you just
Or you take it to the hole and you set up wide open threes, which the defense
and your
gives you.
wide open
It's
threes
different
are a
when
lot.
it looks good.
a lot better chance of hitting a wide open three
Right.
than a
That comes
contested,
within the
obviously.
offense. A lot of times it's just dribble up and kind of hold it and just jack it up. Like I said, I didn't watch the game, but I've seen this blueprint over and over. When they struggle, it always looks the same.
Yeah, and Bob, the lack of defense last night, and I swear, they must have listened to Dave in about playoff P. Because Dave, remember 2 weeks ago or last week, Dave was talking about how bad Paul George is, and we're like, no, he's actually still pretty good. And the Celtics bought in, and George last night got it going enough to let VJ and Maxey just, I don't even know what, they didn't guard any of those three.
Yeah.
Like, did you not see a scouting report?
Yeah.
Like, these guys on that team.
I think Maxey is better than people think. I think he controls pace and controls tempo, and when he does, he's very dangerous. And I think VJ can play off him pretty well. So I think it's... Yeah. But if the Celtics do what the Celtics should do, it really shouldn't be a game.
No, but if like I just take the ball down like we did, like Ryan chimes in. But if game 1 and game 2 were flipped, wouldn't have this tone. No, you're right, because we'd be coming off a win. If I see that you're that way, we'd be coming off the wins, but no, we wouldn't have that tone. We're coming off a bad loss right now.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And now you give Philly 1 home court advantage, and 2, you let Philly go, oh, wait a minute, that's right, this is the Celtics. We can beat them. After game 1, where you just pounded them, and then you come out game 2, and they have nobody down low except for Drummond, and we're making Andre Drummond look like Shaquille O'Neal. It's Andre Drummond. The guy gets in foul trouble.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's more on the Celtics, and I think we've seen them do it before. I would have felt better if they took 2, and then this happened first game in Philly.
Yeah.
I would have felt better about that. So now you got to go to Philly, and you definitely got to win game 3, and you got to.
Yeah, they have to win the next game. They can't go out and do the same exact thing as what they did in this game.
They got to do like what they did all year.
In
The basketball
game
you
one,
like. Take it to the hole.
Take
Play
it to
defense.
the hole. What? And Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are both very good at taking the ball in, making contact, and getting those shots to fall and getting fouled.
Getting to the line. I think Tatum had 2 foul shots yesterday.
Do you think that last night's approach, because we were talking at the beginning of the game with the refs, I don't know what game the refs were doing, and I don't want to blame it on the refs, but do we almost think that the Celtics last night were like, you know what? the refs are going to call it like this. We don't have a chance. We're just going to shoot
I think they're cocky. I think
because they were Jaylen Brown. They were all getting slammed. I mean, what's that dunk that Jaylen Brown had right in the beginning of the game, and they gave him a tee? I'm like, he didn't do anything to get a tee.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Jaylen Brown with the offensive foul. I'm like, that wasn't an offensive foul. Like, I'm like, okay, here we go. This is what. And do you think the Celtics were like, all right, here we go?
Yeah.
Like, here come the refs. Let's just stay back and shoot threes and survive a game.
I think they get cocky, and I think if game 1 was a little bit closer, they probably come out and win game 2. I think the fact that they blew them out and did whatever they wanted to in game 1, I think they come out a little arrogant.
Thought it was
and then we'll just show up and just steamroll them, and then all of a sudden, didn't happen. And then all of a sudden, they're panicking, and they're going back to the old bad habits that we've seen over the past, on and off over the past few years.
Disgusting basketball.
Yeah. It looks terrible when it goes wrong. When it goes right, like it did game 1, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
When it goes wrong, it looks ugly.
Hey, at least we're not in the same hole as the Houston Rockets, who were down 0-2 to basically just LeBron James.
Yeah, did Durant play last night?
Yeah.
He did?
You're losing to Marcus Smart, LeBron James, and Luke Kennard right now. The Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
That's what happens right now. The problem with the Houston Rockets is they don't have a point guard, and they have no one to be able to bring the ball up and facilitate that offense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I couldn't believe it. This morning I woke up and looked, and I go, the Lakers are up 2-0 on the Houston Rockets.
Right.
And that was our guy, Ime Udoka.
Yeah.
This is another reason that I know you guys love Durant. He might be a great ball player, but he's not a winner. He needs the star to, like Curry, to get him over the hump.
It's not just that, Dave. There's no one to. I'll say it again. I think I've said this a lot tonight. There's no one to facilitate that ball. Durant can't just take the ball up and he's not going to score 120 points.
I get that. And
I know they have some other players, but they're not guys who have been there. They're all pretty much rookie, second year, young guys. They're not really ball handlers. If you remember Kevin Durant with his little burner account earlier in the season, he was kind of calling out these guys, saying how much they can't handle the ball.
Yeah.
Their main guy, Fred VanVleet, I destroyed that name.
VanVleet.
Yep. Is out for the year, so...
But didn't he choose to go there, or was this a...
Yeah.
Kind of trade, but
I mean,
handpicked.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't want to go back to Golden State, because at least they...
That's where Al Horford went, because he thought he had a better chance to win.
It worked out well, Al. Yeah.
Good old average Al.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Golden State, because I got to... Oh, wait a minute. They lost in the play-in.
To be honest, though, going into the season, I didn't think the Celtics had a chance to be a number 2 seed.
No, you were
and
vocal
apparently,
about that.
he didn't think they did either. If he thought they did, he would have stayed. And could actually be a good piece on this team.
Yeah.
Because he can still play a limited role, right?
They had a fire sale.
Yeah.
Everyone must go.
And Tatum was going to be out.
Yeah, right.
The only former Celtic still playing great now is Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday.
Well, the Blazers just won.
Forgot about that. Yeah, Wemby got hurt.
Oh, face. Did you see that?
Oh,
His
my
face
looked
smashed off the ground.
Yeah, and when you're 7'8", your coordination isn't as good, so he really slammed it.
No matter how good Wemby looks out there, he still reminds me of like a young deer trying to find his legs.
Like Bambi.
Trying to walk. Awkward with the body structure.
Yeah.
But when he was going down, like it was like he was still trying to make a play with the ball. It was like, dude, protect yourself at this point.
Yeah.
Take it to the floor and maybe land on the ball. But he got rid of it just before he got to the floor, and then his face, bang! I was like, what are you doing?
That wasn't good again. So it looks like he's going to miss Game 3.
Yeah,
and then, the NBA protocol is a little bit, I don't want to say weaker than the NFL, but because they play so much in the playoffs, he may miss. He's going to miss Game 3. I don't see how he can get back on the court. And
I hope he doesn't. The
Spurs
NFL,
need him. The NBA needs him.
And the NFL got sued over concussions. That's why they have to have a protocol. The NBA hasn't been sued over concussions, so they're going to try to get him out there.
Russell Deering chimes in. How about the Time Lord? He played great. Yes. Robert Williams nailing threes.
Yeah. In college, he was a shooter.
Yeah.
In college, he was a shooter. I remember watching him in the tournament, and I kind of liked him. And then when he got to the pros, he was more of just a, interior defender, and then actually would cover the perimeter pretty well too. And then he was a dunker, but he can shoot.
Yeah,
he can shoot.
No, hitting some big ones.
Living large in Portland.
Yeah.
Hey. Actually showing up on time to practice.
Hey,
so he's getting himself some playing time.
Lord.
Yeah, good for him.
I always liked him. I liked him. I liked his energy, and when he was great defensively,
hated his hair.
Yeah, that's but
Still, just it looks like someone took a mop and just
Yeah,
like those
yeah.
old mops to put him over the head.
But he could dominate on the defensive end before he got injured. I don't
love
know
that he could close out
on
And
3-pointers.
I'm like, oh,
corner threes.
almost like Wemby.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Wemby's like 9 feet tall with his arms
Oh,
up.
dude, I love. I mean, I don't get to see a lot of the Spurs games because they're on later, and I'm an old man and I go to bed very early. But the next morning when I'm watching them, just watching Wemby make these blocks and not even be jumping.
Yeah.
Like I can't. Like my whole algorithm is Wemby. Like
Yeah.
I this dude is
And
so
then
awesome.
when he grabs a rebound, goes coast to coast, dribbling. It looks impressive at 7'5".
Oh, and he just grabs it off the backboard, puts it.
Oh, it's great. I like him. It's unfortunate that he took that hit to the face, and hopefully he'll be back.
And that he's French.
Yeah, that's also unfortunate. Dave's like, well, I'm Canadian. I speak French.
No, he's not.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe someday. He's working towards his Canadian citizenship.
Yeah.
Before we get to the Red Sox, do you guys know what Thursday night is?
NFL draft.
No buzz at all.
Is that
No
this
buzz.
week?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Tomorrow night.
You know why there's
Guy hosts a sports podcast and
it
didn't realize it
falls
was
like a
tomorrow.
sport.
Because this could be like one of the worst hyped drafts in years. I mean,
Well,
your number one overall pick is really not like people aren't excited about it.
Right. Also, we have the 31st pick. If we had a top 10 pick,
yeah, we get the 31st pick, we get the 63rd pick, and we get the 95th pick. We don't need to go any further than that.
yeah. But if we had a top 10 pick, we'd be excited about a pass rusher or a tackle or something.
But I don't even like. there might be I think there's a linebacker or something from Penn State that's got some
There's always a linebacker from
like
Penn State.
ridiculous, combine numbers
Yeah.
and whatever. But yeah, when you look around it, I don't know. There's the running back from Notre Dame. Yeah,
Jordan Love.
Isn't Jordan Love?
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Love.
Jeremiah Love. Jordan
And
Love
I
is
know,
going to be a quarterback next year.
Your buddy Luke.
Continue to be a quarterback.
Your buddy Luke is dying for him to get drafted by Washington.
Okay.
But yeah, he's probably the most hyped up player that I've seen, and I've actually watched a little bit of him at Notre
I
Dame.
think we're also going into this draft with a little bit less excitement because our
Well,
team has the 31st pick.
Yeah, we've had a few years now of number
10.
Right, all fired up
Yeah,
and
top
watching,
fives, Dave.
right?
Top
fives,
fives.
I know.
Yeah, top five.
And that's all we had to look forward to
Yeah,
as
'cause the team
Patriot
sucked,
fans
yeah.
is the draft. And now it's like,
So you pay a little bit more attention when you have a top
Yeah,
pick. So
yeah.
I think that has something to do with it because
when your team's in the Super Bowl again, you don't really worry about draft picks.
when you're coaching out banging reporters, you don't really worry about draft picks.
Well,
Yeah, this is. I mean, when you sit there and go, "Oh, at 31, who's going to be available?" And it's like,
Who knows?
who that? Like, I don't know any of these
Yeah,
college players. It's not. I'm not going to do.
so I
any
started looking at
scouting.
some mock drafts because I'm like, you know what? We're doing the show. I'm looking at these names, going, no, we don't even need to discuss these names.
Yeah. Nobody knows who they
safety
are.
from Stanford.
Yeah, right. And
What?
they were talking about today how players 15 through 60 they're
Are
kind of all kind of the same.
Yeah.
So it's all going to be preference,
It's all in
position
preference,
and
Right. System.
Yeah.
Depends on if you like the guy when you met him in
right.
his interview.
That doesn't mean there aren't going to be studs that come out of this draft, even in the
No,
second,
of course
third,
not.
fourth round. But talent-wise,
You're gonna
it
have
seems a little bit
stars.
lower.
It's just that right now you don't know anything about most of these players.
Right.
No.
And if you do, it's because you watch a lot of
You're a
college
diehard.
football.
Yeah.
I watch too many sports and wrestling to get into this.
It's tough to watch
Yeah.
college football on top of everything else.
I'm struggling right now because it's playoff hockey. Is there anything else on right now?
Well, last weekend was WrestleMania. That
Yeah.
took over my.
Yeah.
Did you watch any?
I did watch a little bit. Sad to see Brock Lesnar go.
Yeah,
It's kind of sad
I
seeing
still
him
think
walk.
he's going to come back.
I hope so.
Just for the retirement in Minnesota at SummerSlam. I still think there's
Yeah.
something. But yeah, that was completely unexpected. I was like, whoa. What
Yeah.
is going on? Texting that guy Ryan Gray, and I'm like, what? Did you know this was coming?
Yeah.
How,
How old is Brock Lesnar?
I'm not positive. He's got to be in his late 40s,
Late
early
40s?
50s.
Really?
I would
That
think
old,
so.
huh? Looks
Yeah, I
good.
feel like he's been around a long time.
He's had multiple different careers. Remember he
think-
tried out for the Minnesota Vikings?
Yeah,
I
he got cut in the preseason.
Yeah.
I think I watched wrestling and he was in it, so that was a
Back
long
in the day.
time ago.
Okay, yeah. Still looks great, though.
Absolutely dominant.
So, yeah, kind of sad to see him walk up that, so you
Yeah.
lose Cena one year, you lose Brock Lesnar.
He lost AJ Styles this year, too.
Yeah. He's
the phenomenal one? Yeah.
he's all right. He's like a mid-carder. He's not a main event guy.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
I know you haven't. How much did you watch?
Not much.
No.
Not much.
You didn't see that
5 minutes.
amazing...
I saw the
main
ladder
event?
match.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that was pretty sick.
Right? Yeah.
Whew. Whew.
Yep.
That was it. I was watching that with my mother. She's like, oh man. I'm like, yeah, these guys get hurt.
I know you don't know all these guys, but that guy Javon Evans, the tall black guy with the dreads, he flies. Like that is just amazing watching him jump and
Don't
flip
even know who
and
he
go.
is. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
couldn't
I
miss him
I
out
thought
there.
he was talking about a
On the
basketball
ladder
player.
match.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys I didn't really know who they were. I was just impressed by the hits they were taking.
It's crazy. Those are always my favorite ones,
Yeah.
watching those ladder matches.
Yeah,
They're,
that started with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. Remember that ladder match back in the day? That was one of the best matches in
Yeah.
WWE history.
Usually the ladder matches are, though.
Yeah,
But I think they're better now because of the high flying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
watching these guys, like when he sprungboard off those top ropes, jumped up to the top of the ladder and clotheslined that guy down.
Catches the
I
guy
was just
midair
like,
into
oh
a
my
pile
goodness.
driver and breaks his neck. It's
Yeah.
like, how is this even possible?
Oh yeah, watching the guy was Penta and JD, and he did one of the Mexican destroyers, and jammed his head down, and the wife's watching it, and she's like, "How did he not break his neck?"
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain it to her like I know.
Like luck, a little bit of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Penta, that's the Mexican guy with the mask?
Yes,
And
but
he,
yeah,
and he
he was
won,
the guy
yeah.
who won.
Woo! Insane.
Yeah. So wrestling's in a good place. I
Yeah.
love that. I know a lot of guys talk trash about the.
Just got to keep the stars from retiring. They don't have many well-known stars.
Oh, they get these new guys coming
Right,
up like that.
but they're not mainstream.
They're getting it. Oh, did you hear the crowd when that guy Obafemi came out and he is brand new to the WWE?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
granted he had the NXT coming up, but that
Yeah.
whole crowd, 50,000 guys and
Yeah.
girls and
But
kids.
someone like Dave knows John Cena. He knows Brock Lesnar. He doesn't know.
Well, those guys had 20-something years
I know.
of it. Like,
But you
we'll
gotta
get there.
wait until these guys build up for them to move on. Right now it's like, I don't know if Dave knows one wrestler. McIntyre.
Is it CM Punk?
Yeah!
CM Punk. All right.
Probably going to
Yeah.
retire the next couple of years. Had one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time this year with Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah,
I was Roman Reigns.
Roman
All right,
Reigns,
yep,
yeah.
I've heard of him.
So
There you go.
there's not many left, but back in the
No.
day, there were probably about 30 or 40
Well,
of them.
back in the day, you watched it consistently.
Yeah, but
So
everybody
you
knew.
knew, like, you're a wrestling hardcore guy.
Everybody knew Hogan and Flair
Well,
and Sting.
yeah, Hogan
and
was
Hall and
Hogan.
Nash.
No, not a
They
lot of
had
people.
the cartoon on Saturday
Yeah,
morning.
yeah,
the WWF
yeah,
cartoon.
Yeah, Rock and
I
Wrestling
mean,
Connection.
It was like
Ultimate Warrior. Yep.
Yeah.
Ethan, Real Deal Femi. You're absolutely right. But again, you're going back to nostalgia when we all watched. And it
Dave,
was
did
the
you
beginning.
watch in the late 90s?
probably yeah, I did.
All right.
Stone Cold
Because
Steve
the
Austin's?
WCW
Yeah.
was fairly popular.
Oh, yeah. Monday
It's-
Nitro.
Sting.
Sting.
Come out painted like the Crow.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was one of my favorite movies was the Crow, and Brandon
Yeah.
Lee died, and then he started doing the.
Yeah.
So
This guy.
I did Goldberg, and
Yeah. Oh,
when he
Goldberg,
first
yeah.
came in,
Yeah.
he just
DX.
wouldn't
Do you remember
lose.
DX? Do you watch?
Yeah, DX. Yeah, what was it? Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Oh,
Rockers.
the Rockers. The
Yeah.
Rockers. And then Shawn Michaels cheap shot him at the
Yes.
butcher shop.
Yeah.
Right? I think Brutus the Barber
I
had
remember being a young
at the
child
flower shop
and
or something.
traumatized watching that because I loved the Rockers.
Rockers.
Threw him through the window, if I remember
Kicked
correctly.
that- Yep.
Kicked him through the window.
That sugar glass window.
Yeah.
But, man, I just love wrestling. I could talk about it
No,
forever.
it's great. It's great that it's coming back.
Demolition, the tag team.
Yeah.
Just retired, just in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, I saw that.
You know, check out the North-South connection. They do
Yeah.
the demolition
Hook your buddy
Hall
Ryan
of Fame.
up. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Ethan chimes in. Pretty sure Dave and I went to Nitro years ago, 1998-ish.
Oh, nice.
Might have been, yeah.
Diamond Dallas Page.
I've been to a few different. I actually went to. I want to say it was in Springfield. It was like The Rock. Before he was The Rock, he was Rocky Maivia.
Rocky Maivia.
His first fight in the WWF.
Oh, yeah.
Where I was there for that.
That's before he even joined the Nation of Domination with Farouk
Yeah,
and the Godfather.
yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Like, who's this guy? You know,
The barber
becomes-
shop. Yeah, it was the
huge.
barber shop. That's right, Ryan. Thank you.
Ethan, I'm very happy that you are a wrestling fan because I know you're a wrestling fan to know about the lemon pepper steppers.
Lemon pepper steppers.
Trick Williams. You hear 50,000 guys and girls saying "whoop that trick" when he comes in. It's just amazing.
Oh,
I love
okay,
it.
yeah.
He's a new up and comer.
All right.
You know what he reminds me of with his charisma on the mic, and especially seeing him in a lot of the interviews lately?
Dave?
The Rock.
Okay, The Rock. All right, yeah, so close. Very good comparison.
Right there. Nailed
Yeah,
it.
Dave or The Rock.
I got charisma.
Yeah.
But he's one of those guys that you grab when you hear him talk on the mic. Everything when he does the interviews, like he is like he's got it.
Yeah.
He's got it. 6'5". He's just got to get a little bit better in the ring. Just he's got what that industry
But if
needs.
you can talk, you don't need to be great in the ring. Just be
Yep.
okay.
Exactly.
You know, Hogan was terrible in the ring. You could talk.
I love how this went from how bad the draft was going to be
Ryan
to
Gray's so
wrestling.
happy right now. Ryan Gray is so happy
Ethan
right
chimes
now.
in, love wrestling, have tons of action figures.
Oh, as
can't
do
stop.
I. As do I. They're all over my house.
Yeah, we
Ethan.
got them here everywhere. You know,
God,
you think my jersey collection's bad? You should see how bad my WWE T-shirt collections get.
Yeah, nice,
And only
nice.
have those 30 and 40% sales. So stock up.
Nice.
Ryan chimes in. Dave would hate Trick. Yep. Yeah. Trick is very athletic. Dave does not like
All
that.
right. Doesn't like the athletes.
No. He
He likes Brock Lesnar.
he likes the guy like King Kong Bundy. That's his
Yep.
kind of wrestler.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so happy
boy.
I was able to get WrestleMania in
Wrestling
here
is the
tonight.
great demolition.
Wrestling Great Demolition. Yeah, so we just talked about they just retired. They're in the Hall of Fame.
They aren't the Road Warriors.
No, they are Demolition.
Yeah, the next step down, Legion of Doom. Ugh. Best
One
tag
of
team.
all-time favorites.
Yeah.
Whew.
That was
Yep.
great.
It was.
That's part of the show.
I know, it's my
We
favorite.
never even talk about wrestling.
No.
Dave, we got to stop watching. Monday night, Nitro,
No.
Raw
Raw.
on Netflix,
Yep. And
8
then-
o'clock.
Yeah, I watch it Tuesdays. I always
Alright.
watch it Tuesdays.
It's tough, Tony.
I know. We got playoff games, you know.
Yeah.
But after the playoff games, we have your crappy Boston Red Sox that we probably don't need to watch.
I know
come
we have a whole
mid-season.
summer of
Wrestling.
Red Sox.
We have a whole summer of wrestling.
Yeah, right.
So
Might
it might
have to.
happen.
Yes, Ethan. Dave would also hate Javon Evans. Way too athletic out there in that
Yeah,
ring.
doesn't
Way
look
too
the
athletic.
When you said his name in the chat the other day, I thought you were talking about a basketball game.
He's a JD McDonough kind of guy all the way.
All right. Can we talk about the Boston Red Sox?
Yeah.
We have to.
The Red
Yeah,
Sox.
you know what? I want to talk about it because I heard this stat today, and I thought it was amazing. Do you know Red Sox players? How many of them were the World Baseball Classic? 10? 10 of
Oh,
them?
they had quite a few playing pretty well over
And
there.
137 at bats in the World Baseball Classic. The Red Sox players had 11 home runs.
Oh, I know what they have as a team now.
The Boston Red Sox this year have 700 plus at bats,
13 home runs.
and they have 13 home runs.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
That is disgusting.
That is, yeah.
That is absolutely
The fact that
disgusting.
We talked about this before the season. Like they're relying on these kids, and it's failing miserably right now.
Everybody said in the offseason they need more power. Breslow said in the offseason we need
Yeah.
more power. This shouldn't really surprise anybody.
No,
They have no power.
Nothing.
You know, they got to put together base hit after base hit with crappy hitters.
We had number 2 in the league this year in singles. You know that?
Yeah, because we have no power.
Yep.
Yeah. Because
Ridiculous.
everyone else is hitting doubles and homers, and we're hitting
Number
singles.
2 in singles, and I think we're number 28 or 27 in strikeouts.
Okay, makes sense. And we're last in homers.
Yeah.
and what are they going to do with
So
the trade
exciting.
deadline?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
No.
Yeah.
So yes, very exciting to see them do absolutely nothing to start the season, and they won't make any trades to get better. And
It's a great opportunity for us to start watching wrestling once the playoffs are
Yes.
over.
I mean,
And
shit,
this
I
will-
might watch
this
the
will-
World Cup.
Yeah, this will now be a wrestling show, and Ryan Gray will be so happy with this.
I tell you, with the wrestling, it's this. Once you get hooked into the story, like that, my wife Leah watches it with us religiously.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like now I want to see where this storyline
Yeah,
goes.
yeah, it's like a soap opera.
100%. I always say it, a male soap opera.
Yep. And we've all fallen victim to it before, but then you take time off, and
Yeah.
you got to work your way back in.
People are
Like
like,
me and Dave.
I can't
it's-
get back into
it's
it, and
tough.
before you know it, you're like, oh, crap.
Before you know it, the Red Sox
Like,
are
it's got me.
40 and 80,
Yeah.
and we're back into wrestling.
Yep. Oh, I can't wait for that. We're just going to completely.
Oh, it's going to be a new show. Yeah,
We'll have to have another show.
the Probably Wrestling Show. All right.
yeah.
So the Red Sox are in deep trouble. They have Ron Hare, used to call him Ranger Suarez, pitching to. This is almost a must-win
Sonny
game.
Gray's down 15 games.
Yeah.
Garrett Crochet sucks.
Yeah. So you almost need
The
to win.
bullpen sucks.
Yeah, you need to win today's game, right? Kind of. At some point, you got to be like
I forget, without me looking, is it a 4 or 3 game series to the Yankees?
3-game series.
So this is game 2. So yeah, they have to win today to get a shot of pulling off the series against a Yankee team that's not that great.
or just for like the locker room, right? Because you're 5 games out. You lose today. You're 6 games out. There's no sign of like it getting any better. Other teams have guys hurt that are coming back. For us, we don't really have anyone hurt. This is the team.
But you said, like, the Yankees aren't that great, but they've got guys that can hit home runs.
Yeah.
If they wake up, it's like, you know,
And people are like, oh, when it gets weather, this team's going to hit. Yeah, when the weather gets warmer, the good teams are going to hit a heck of a lot more.
I don't know. We're in New England. Winter is coming.
Yes.
Last time I checked, it was in the 30s when I got up in the morning.
How depressing is it? You look at the 15-day forecast, and there isn't a day over 65. Yeah. And that puts us into May.
Into May. Yeah.
Hurts my feelings.
Sucks.
We went from last year that every Saturday from March until June rained.
Poured.
This year, we can't break 65.
Yeah. And we had a few days last week in the 70s, and it felt amazing.
Yeah.
And then right back to reality.
What is it? Luke Julius chimes in. Poor Sox can't blame just one thing either. It's absolutely everything, all the way up to ownership.
Starts with the ownership.
Henry should only own them in Liverpool and the Penguins too. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't own the Penguins anymore. I thought they sold the Penguins.
I think they sold the Penguins trying to get money to get a basketball team. Is that correct?
Ugh.
I think he wants like either Seattle or Vegas.
He should play the Celtics.
Ruin there. Yeah. All set with that. Could you
Unfortunately,
imagine that?
Fenway Park is a draw, and people will always go. And then they have all these like little like stupid fetish nights, like Harry Potter night and all this other stupid crap, where they fill the stands. People keep going, and they keep putting out mediocre products.
Take it easy on Harry Potter, all right?
I am a Harry Potter fan. I won't go to the game, but I am a muggle.
Are you really?
I love Harry Potter.
I
I was one of the first to get into it because when I was teaching back in '99, we were reading the book to the kids. Like nobody was into Harry Potter. We read the book. There was no movie out yet. And then that first year, that's when the movie came out. We watched it with the students. I took the movie, the DVD, brought it home for my roommates, and they're like, dude, we're not going to watch this. I'm like, dude, you got to watch it. They all got hooked.
Did you see the new series on HBO coming out?
No, I don't have HBO in Portuguese. I prefer to be cheap.
You might want to get it for this.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're
It's a
gonna.
series?
It's a series because whoever is doing this now wanted to be more towards the books.
Okay.
So it's a lot longer. So
Okay.
they had to do a series to get that like first book, and looks interesting.
All right,
I'm kind of intrigued.
What is it, like every Sunday night or something?
I'm not sure what they're going to do. I think it
Can't
starts
just bring
in
this out and have
December.
no details, Dave.
It's very vague because the trailer pops up and I
Okay.
haven't watched it.
I don't even know any of the names. I'm not a Harry Potter guy.
Oh, you would get hooked.
I can't mock because I'm a wrestling guy.
Yeah,
so I can't.
you would get hooked. You would get hooked.
The fantasy world. I'm not into that stuff.
No, I just never was able to. I've tried watching the Harry Potter. I've just never been able to get into it. The kids kind of like it,
Yeah.
and it's just I watch it and I go, I can't. I'm a much more Lord of the Rings.
All right.
You know,
So-
I enjoyed that Lord of the Rings.
Obviously, I don't read much,
Oh, big surprise there, Dave.
but I read the Deathly Hallows because
Don't even know what
they
is that-
hadn't
is that
hadn't
Lord of the
made the
Rings?
movies yet.
Yeah.
And
No, it's,
I
Harry
wanted
Potter.
to I wanted to know the ending before the movies came out, so I
Yeah.
actually read that whole book.
Yeah.
It was awesome. They left out so much of that in the movies, and supposedly this new series is supposed to bring out a lot of that stuff.
Interesting. So this is now a wrestling / Harry Potter show.
Luke chimes
I'm
in.
trying to get more people to get,
Yeah.
Bob chimes in. Fenway Sports Group. I'm not a fan. Yep, and unfortunately, because of that name, he'll always own Fenway. And Luke Julius, he loves Fenway. Went to a Game of Thrones night and got to sit on the throne and got a World Series champion. Yeah, it's those nights.
Yeah. You guys are ruining our
Yeah.
free agency.
Yeah.
Because you're showing up to these stupid, like, theme nights.
Way overpriced. I wanted to go to a Star Wars night.
They got a Portugal night coming up. I'm like, yeah, no one's gonna go. We're cheap.
They're gonna have catered throughout the first pitch.
Of course, it's either him or me. There's no one else. See you next week.
All right, check you later.
Bye.